Hello, good evening. It's me, DjDoubleT, here and existing within our quantum realm of the universe for a little bit of time. And yeah, I'm back with the series of the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, and we're going to continue the story a bit. I hope all is well in everybody's respective time zone and space. And yeah, before we dive in as usual, we gotta also make sure to do a content warning, just so, just in case anybody feels like things might be too much. It's okay to take a space and a step away from it all. Again, this game tackles sensitive themes and content, including self-harm, suicide, discrimination, gender dysphoria, depression, anxiety, nudity, sexual themes, crude language, use of legal drugs. If this isn't for you, that's totally okay. Make sure to take a step back, okay? But without further ado, I'll continue the story. I believe when we left off, we found out that I am the Witch of Fate, or at least I have the ability to alter past, present, and future with my abilities, which is crazy if you think about it. What do I have right now? I have enough to make another card. But I think for now, let's go dive into this. What's a cube doing here? Oh, oh. Hmm. For the attention of Witch Fortuna, our colleague Jasmine asked me to meet with you to explain the advantages of devouring Idana and becoming stronger as a group. This is an important matter, so let me know when I can visit at your earliest convenience. Thank you. Faithfully, Junrisha. Sure. Oh, this one we haven't met yet. Oh. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me. I'm not used to dealing with young witches, so first of all, please excuse me if I say something too blunt or out of place. Don't worry, the introduction was polite enough. Good. You need to vote for Jasmine. I don't care for her program, really. It is just imperative that we eat Aidana's corpse. Whoa. I thought you came by to do some convincing, not just to order me around. We are inches away from unlocking a new whole dimension of understanding. There will always be time to open the gates to more witches. Who knows? If it is possible that if we ascend higher, we can directly grant illumination to anyone. That'd be very convenient, huh? I can expose some pretty solid arguments if I may. Be my guest. Do you mind if I summon a Fate Master's Disc to calculate the chances that our interests will align? Sure, go ahead. I'd rather do this without the disc. I know your disc secret. See this one. Well, what's my that for? Your invention is pretty convenient for any witch facing some kind of critical situation. What they don't know is that the disc is also recording everything, collecting information for you. That is true. Indeed. How did you learn about it? My third eye isn't just for looking. I believe you to be the first person to know. Please, don't disclose it to the rest of the Coven, or you will deprive them of an essential tool. How about you make the disc stop stealing info? That one too. To collect intel on witches, dire situations is in fact its main purpose. Don't you have any sense of ethics? Ethics lose all meaning when you spend a decade trapped inside the dungeons of the Inquisition. I need to gather as much information as possible for the betterment of my holistic formula. I won't disclose any secrets, if that is what you are worried about. Still, the mere knowledge of your peers' issues is a clear violation. That is irrelevant. Those are the ethics of the privileged. When you are faced with death, when you become a survivor, it's all about the results. How about you summon a Minister of Secrets at least, so you can't possibly disclose any sensitive information? I don't see it as necessary, but I will if that keeps you from sabotaging my project. It'll make me feel better, yeah. Understood. Do you mind if I summon a Fate Mantis disc anyway? Sure, go on. Good. The first thing I want to use to demonstrate the advantages of harnessing power is a present. I learned that you can craft your own cards using Arcana. With enough power, you could create your own and not be limited to the ones you found in a grimoire. Here. Ooh, the Penitent One Arcanum. The lone survivor of the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, so named because those in the congregation took a vow of silence as a form of penance. Interesting. Why is there just a child? Th- Interesting. But okay. Thank you. While I was at the mercy of the Inquisition, I met a penitent pilgrim. Didn't say anything, but he left a lasting impression on me. Using my holistic formula, I captured his essence in the form of a super arcana for you to use in your divination. Think about the possibilities if you were able to etch any element of the cosmos and mark you into a card. That would come in handy. Is that enough for a reason to keep more witches from ascending? It feels too egotistical. I'm aware that for someone as intelligent as you, flattery won't be enough to make up your mind. So next, allow me to make a demonstration of power. Oh, thrilling. What do you have in mind? Thanks to my understanding of the holistic formula, I've made myself immune to fate. I'm sorry. I laughed. It sounds way too ludicrous. Go ahead, read my fortune. Throw me your meanest card. It'll be my pleasure. Oh wait, my formula may damage your deck in the process. Are you sure you still want to go through with it? Do you worse, I'm not scared. I'll take your word for it. My deck is too precious. You're planning to spell my card, aren't you? How did you? Is there a way to get a hold of one of those magnificent third eye of yours? Eyes of yours? Would you like me to help you find one through my divination? That sounds tempting, but as I told you, I am immune to the arts of fate. Not much of a perk right now, huh? It's alright, I have my own ways. Even at the cost of a card, do you still want me to demonstrate? I believe it'll be a very valuable lesson. Do your worst, I'm not scared. Very well, draw a card. I still need you to ask a question of sorts to effectively draw a card. And who knows, maybe you'll be surprised. I won't, but I'll play along. Is there a way for you to effectively access my fate? So you're basically challenging me, huh? I'm offering us both growth. Here we go. Alright. The ZG in the shipwreck scrutinizes every secret witnessed and many kinds of love. The bartender can channel hidden feelings. The mirror dispels what isn't true. A flood of water can unleash hidden potentials. Communication, peace, yearning, passion, and power. Put that in. Oh. No way to avoid that fate. You are going to destroy this card. Shit, so there's no way around it. I'm afraid not. Could you just not destroy it? Destroy it? Lesson learned? That would be paradoxical. But if you dispel it, you are effectively following fate. That is true. We can call it a draw if you like. But I am going to dispel that card. I... No, you haven't just dispelled the card. You obliterated a lot of time invested in its art. Oh, there goes the first card. Don't worry. The arcana and the energy you spent on it went back to your grimoire. There can become something new. That's the beauty of entropy. But it'll never be the same. Let's do that one. If you don't embrace entropy, you will accumulate too much baggage to be able to prosper as a witch. Attachment limits growth. It is painful, but I get your point. We can still get new things without losing the old ones. This one. Ah, it's to be expected from a young witch. You are still not ready to value entropy. But you are a smart one. I won't lose hope that in time you'll learn to understand its virtues. I have one more gift. I'd love for you to explore the blessing of entropy. This is a special dark matter serum distilled using the holistic formula. Add it to your cauldron and it will allow you to spell cards. That way, you'll be able to recover the arcana and energy you used and create greater room for experimentation and thus growth. Oh, that is interesting. Finally, I can use my cauldron. I'll treasure it. Don't. Just use it. I know. Entropy was a figure of speech. Or it's excluded from the power of entropy. Keep that in mind. Understood. Thank you. So, are you prone to devour Idana and embrace her gifts? It still doesn't outweigh welcoming new sisters. Yes, you made an excellent point. I need more time to think about it. Shame. Jasmine will be disappointed. But I'll give you time. You're still young. Experiment with entropy. Sure. I'll be leaving now. What? Wait. What about the Fate Mentor disc? Did it work? Are you friends now? I don't do friends. Who knows? Only time will tell. Oh, so that's how it is, huh? Well, you let me know you suddenly feel the urge to join forces. Heh, likewise. Farewell, Fortuna. Alright, so I lost a card from my deck. But I can always change it. Quite a character, this generation. She's a bit full of herself. I kinda liked her, to be honest. I'll go with this one. I sympathize with her. She has that kind of look only a behemoth can recognize. What do you mean? Those eyes. When you only get them when you manage to peek behind the curtain. They evoke a calm dread, if that makes any sense. I can picture myself getting there at some point, if I keep delving into the mysteries of this deck. Maybe not. You're too stubborn for that. Hey, I'm not that obstinate. If anything, I can see you acquiring the presence of a master. It requires a special kind of confidence to evoke that. Oh, thank you. Only idiots and erudites manage to get there, and I'm still on the fence about which one you are. Very funny. By the way, that dark matter serum is quite the asset. You think so? Of course, your first cards bear the innocence of the student. That's very romantic and all. But as you develop your expertise, you can recraft those arcana in a more knowledgeable way. I suggest you try it out. Just add a drop into your cauldron over there, and you'll get to dispel a card and recover the arcana and the energy you sealed into them. Maybe I'll give it a try. It's gonna be tough to part ways with those nice pieces of art, though. Maybe. You won't be able to reduce your deck size below 4 cards anyway. You've grown too powerful for that. Your divination won't be able to withstand a reading with less than 4 cards at this point. The omnipotent paradox. More or less, yeah. I'll leave you to it. Okay. I was wondering, can you dispel this card? Okay. I lost my second card though. I wonder if there's anybody in chat who wants to tell me which one I can dispel. The Elder Magpie was a card to like full air. You know what? Let's dispel my very first card. Just for the case of it. Yeah. And let's create some new cards. Girl, down the stairs, faster. So there's only so many cards you can have in your deck, but there's certain cards you can also destroy. The Opera House. Road. The airships. Okay, let's do the Opera House this time. Shaman. What's the, like, performance? Performance related. Let's do... Okay, what's this one? Okay, let's do the Duchess of Solace. Oh, I forgot I can study these cards and see what they mean. Duchess of Solace. Okay, Cable's fire and air, or earth. And the Arbiter book. I have a feeling with that's full earth, just because I want to see if I can create a cool balance card. Obsidian Sledgehammer. Bolts fixed to the earth by an obsidian sledgehammer are impossible to remove unless you recite the words carved to the hammer's head. They're often used to trap with demons or set up camps in the wildlands. Okay. I'm gonna go with the sledgehammer. Alright, where are the opera house? We gotta have her as the main stage. The main part of the show, you know? Okay, so I can clearly multi-select. Shrink it down. Giant. Nah, we're gonna have this right there. Perfect. We got some nails. Put some nails here. Just into the floor or into the lights, just like that. For no apparent reason. Just there. And sure, let's have a giant whip, I guess. Have hammer 2. Giant hammer. Hammer 10. Kind of like the podium. Just for everything. Have like smack. A little smaller though. There we go. How about this being the owl? And then maybe a sword. Let's go have the sword laying down. Just flat. That might change the meaning a little bit and see what happens. And then send that to the back. And then one more feather. There we go. Oh, pride. I made pride? The chambers of the opera house make all meanings resonate through every context. This fairy is a gateway to corruption, but also strength. The Duchess holds the key to pure bliss. The obsidian sledgehammer fixates on offering empowering revelations. Temptation, happiness, leadership, purpose, and alliance. Oh, so that's like number 9 again? Is it because I lost a card? Oh, because it's 0, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. So why is this 9 again? Honey? I think your numbering's off, system, but okay. Alright, what else do I have? Oh, I could do the magical post office. I want to do the magical post office. Let's create something with this one. Oh, click study. Oh, ancient eye of a former leader. Allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Air. Context, perception, conscience, and coexistence. That's cool. Harbinger of newfound paths. The herald has been spreading occult discoveries. Ooh, I know what other card to do with a harpy. But, maybe I might do the Machina occult. Or maybe this door. Ooh, okay. Machina or water? I'm gonna go water this time. This one. A door. Ooh, Bert. What do I do with the birds? Well, I'll study this one. Oh, ancient eye of our former leader. Allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Context perception, conscience, coexistence. Alright, next time we'll make like an earth-based card. Ooh, okay, cool. Okay, I want a little bit of that. Although having these portals is cool. I have it this way. Yeah. Let's replace the door with this door. I think that'd be kind of cool. And back layer? Yes. Perfect. And I guess it has to have a knob. What if I flip this upside down? A giant birdie. Small birdie. I think the small birdie will have like the knob. I think that'd be kind of cool. Send it back. This one shall hold the key. And this gem should just be in the basket. Basket gem. This is like a little peak hole. So we're gonna have the peak hole like here. Maybe a big one. Like, you know, just in case you need like the eye hole. That's good. Butterfly. Oh, the butterfly effect. The magical post office controls the flux of information. The forbidden can forbidden can lead to illumination, but also corruption. The birds of prey carry this message throughout the cosmos. A hurricane of air energy will stir luck and call for the unexpected. Guide, discovery, temptation, predestination, and luck. Why don't I study this one? Questionnaire, a compass for explorers, the pleasure of discovery. Desired air, temptation, the sweet scent of corruption. Air and air, predestination, fortuitous changes of events. So basically what happens when you combine like certain elements. Maybe one more card. But do I have enough for what I want to do? Actually, let's go back for now. And let's continue this. Up the stairs, Fortuna. Very quickly. Yep, yep. Let's talk to our friend. Dear Fortuna, I'm sorry to only contact you as the harbinger of bad news, but I need to meet you to pass on a message from your friend Greeth. Yours faithfully, Thea, Arbiter Badge 210, rank Waxing Crescent. Oh no. It's because Jasmine decided to be someone to tattle, I guess. Hello, Thea. How are you? Oh, hello, Thea. Get on with it. Get on with the bad news already. Of course. Look, your friend Jasmine informed the arbitrage office that she discovered a fellow witch had summoned a behemoth. No, Jasmine, what did you do? It was her duty. Don't blame her. The thing is, I wish it didn't have to be this way, but Greeth broke the magical pact. Summoning a behemoth is not something any of us should overlook. I had to arrest her. No, why? Greeth, this is horrible. I wish I could have done something about it. Come on, Fortuna. Don't torture yourself like that. You wouldn't understand. What is there to understand? Is there something we're not aware of? Stop writing shit down. Leave me alone now, please. Oh, okay, okay, I'm sorry. Before I leave, Grace wanted you to have something. Oh, is that hers? Getherian. Terrors often roam the cosmos, unable to harm anyone until someone lets them in, and they become the fears of the whole Sisterhood. Whoa, that's a lot of earth. These cards are getting more expensive. Take care, Fortuna. Yo, Fortuna, the newcomer I told you about is ready to meet you. She doesn't even have a familiar yet, so I'm contacting you on her behalf. Say the word and I'll bring her to your place. Dahlia. Oh, are we gonna have a male one for once? Wait, what is that? Fuck me, I look like shit. I don't even know why I even bothered to go shopping if I don't feel like eating. Guess my future self will thank me. Well, I got stoned tonight. Today's my birthday. Should have gotten myself a cake or whatever. Put a candle on a hot dog or something. Will Denton release a new game soon? It's been way too long since Hotline Miami 3. Maybe I can start another run of the Elden Ring too. I don't know why I even get up in the morning. Life doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't make any fucking sense. How does everyone else manage not to hate themselves? Kind of a mood, not gonna lie. I wish I was brave enough to drop out of uni. I don't even like computer science. God. I'd rather kill myself than go to work in an office. I'd rather not work at all. I wish there was a way to stop existing altogether. Would my life be better if I had been born on Earth? Without universities, without corporations just surviving on their old planet. I wonder if they have video games over there. I hope those idiots don't ask me to hang out today for my birthday. I don't feel like seeing anyone. Fuck. I forgot the toilet paper. Surprise! Come on, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear dead name. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday. Did we surprise you? uh, Come on, make a wish. I, I wish. Don't say it out loud, or it won't come true. Okay, in that case. Oh, it's actually gonna be maybe a male witch. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Or at least male presenting. I don't know. Oh, that's fine. I guess you're still figuring things out. Yes, first, I need to come to terms with being in outer space and having become a witch. That's right, you're a witch now, girl. How do you know women? Only women can become witches, so there's no doubt about it. Everyone seems to be clearer than me on everything. Oops, I might have misgendered. Let's go they then for now. I haven't even had the chance to get out of the closet to myself, but everyone here keeps addressing me as a woman. Oh, I'm sorry, would you rather have me switch back to masculine pronouns? Hell no. I'm sorry. I'm just angry. It didn't all happen on my terms. Well, you have an eternity ahead of you to enjoy your true self. I guess I should be celebrating, but I just can't still picture myself out of this ugly beard and hoodie. I believe I can help you with that if you'd like. What do you have in mind? Some kind of glow up? You'll be the one doing the transition. I'll just offer some guidance. It's not very different from what all of us witches had to go through. None of us ascended in these cool robes and hats. I'm an engineer. I wouldn't even know where to begin with designing an outfit. It'll all come to you, trust me. Shall I perform a rite? I did it for my sister once. You can just relax. This is a pretty cool moment in a witch's life. I'm in your hands or whatever. First of all, I'm gonna summon a Fate Mancer's disc to check on our chances of success for the witch role. Chances of success? Does this mean I can fail? Not really. It'll just mean you'll take more time to figure out your witch identity, but it'll come to you in time. Great. Just try to enjoy it. Sure. What do you have to do? do I have to do? There are many ways to go about this. My favorite one is by making some tea. I'm going to interview you to try to find some elements that are fundamental to your essence. Then we'll pour them into this teapot and brew a cathartic infusion. That sounds so surreal, but sure, I'm game. It can be pretty delicious. A good friend of mine taught me this method, and now I wouldn't go about it any other way. I'm kind of envious since this is something a witch can only taste before transitioning. Are you ready? Of course. Interview the shit out of me. Question. Tell me about yourself. What would you dream of doing as a witch? What would your ideal aesthetic be? I don't have a single clue. Definitely not this. Use your instincts. Pour out any keywords that may come to mind. I don't know. What could be the opposite of this? I'm too embarrassed to say anything out loud, to be honest. I'm not comfortable speaking so openly about how I'd like to look. Take your time. Something flashy? Sexy? Oh shit. What am I saying? I feel like any look would be too big for me to fill. I want to feel good about myself, but I also don't want to overdo it. A witch isn't capable of overdoing her looks. You meant Dahlia, right? Fuck yes, but she is one hell of a woman. You're a hell of a woman too. I don't feel so ready to own that. Okay, how about something hot, something exotic, something empowering? Let's go with exotic. As much as empowering would be, I feel like that's comfortably used, and they're not comfortable being like hot, so why don't we do exotic? Something different. I'm not a fan of that word. Why not? It's really cool. I'd rather do regular cool, not exotic cool. Ah, I see. I trust you can own the look though. Believe in yourself. Okay. Question. Tell me about yourself. What do you say about myself? What do you like to do? A bit of your background? Whatever you think is essential to your being. When I was about 10 years old, I saw a boar trample a friend to death during a school trip. That is oddly specific. It's the first thing that came to mind, and I find myself thinking about it too often whenever my mind's idle. Of course, let it flow. I like electronic music, video games, spicy food, western movies, and gardening. Oh, gardening can be a great asset for a witch. Well, I mostly grew marijuana and chili peppers. Is there pot in space? There is. Everything in the universe. But recreationally speaking, there's way better stuff you can get a hold of now, being a witch and all. Nice. I could do with some of that. Sure, I'll set you up with a friend of mine. Did you do anything creative? Not really. Maybe cooking? I love cooking, but too often I find myself too depressed to cook anything at all. Well, you have all the time in the world to know. Sure. So, did you find anything useful? Let's add that childhood trauma of yours. Let's add recreational gardening. Let's add spicy food. Let's add some electronic music. I want to add the spicy food. Whoa. Does something matter? Not at all. It surprised me, but as you said it out loud, I felt a strong connection to it. You nailed it. Great. Now, question. What would you dream of doing as a witch? I don't know. What does a witch typically do? Eat children and curse towns? No. Well, not typically. You can do whatever you want. Some of us take care of magical gardens. Some others craft daggers. Some others organize cosmic orgies. Myself, I dabble in divination. I don't know. I just want to have fun. Maybe some true friendships, visit different places. I felt trapped for too long in my apartment. I want to be free. You can do all that outside of your occupation. Any crafts you may be interested in? I don't know. I was preparing myself to become a computer engineer. I also enjoy growing stuff, so making potions, maybe an explorer, any excuse to visit lots of cool places. I see. What to add as your vocation? I picture you as a scientist witch. I picture you as a gardener. I picture you as a traveling merchant witch. I think creativity and freedom would be merchant. Gardener's nice, but what's this one? The traveling part sounds fun, but I don't know if I have the charisma to become a merchant. You do. We witches all have charisma. I'd say one can't ascend without the necessary charisma. Comes with a package. Once you find your true self, I'm sure you'll be radiant. I hope so. Alright. I think I could picture myself roaming the cosmos with my wares. Nice. I have enough. Let's pour you a cup. The odds on that disc of yours aren't as high as I'd like them to be. They're good enough. Fill the rest with your willpower. You can do this. Alright. Let's drink this. Cheers. Ah, my eyes. Oh. We did it! 33%, let's go! Oh my goodness, you look amazing! The Peppermancer! Maybe I should have picked gardening. Do I? Yes, you're stunning. Can't wait to get in front of the mirror, but I feel stunning myself, yes. I feel weightless. This is amazing, Fortuna. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. How can I ever repay you? You just become the best witch you can be. Enjoy it. You can count on it. Can you feel it now? You're calling? Yes. I am the Peppermancer. That is so cool. What are your powers about? I don't know yet. Something spicy, that's for sure. I need to find a fitting name for this persona. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do from now on. So many questions. I feel anxious and excited. I can help you out with that. My specialty is helping witches dealing with questions using my deck. Oh, Dahlia told me about that. I was kinda bummed when you decided to brew some tea instead of letting me see your deck. So yes, please. I'd love to see your cards in action. It'll be my pleasure. I propose we look into what role you'll play in the Coven, so you can form a better picture of where to direct your training. Yeah, that's cool. Also, what do you say we look into the future to see what you'll call yourself so you can start using your name right away? Yes, please. I can't go by Untitled Witch Project forever. Nice. Anything else you want to ask while we're at it? I'm fine with just that. Let's leave some room for discovery. Very well. Now focus on these questions while I shuffle my deck. Let's do this one. You'll grow a special variety of spicy peppers known as Truth Chili. They'll become an essential item in the upcoming elections. At some point, you will break the magical pact and will be forced to serve as an arbiter. Oh. That's like a horrible fate. Let's do this one. This one might really affect the story, but let's do it. You will grow a special variety of special spicy peppers, known as Truth Chili. They'll become an essential item in the upcoming elections. Oh, that sounds really cool. Very cool indeed. It sounds like you're going to be pretty busy given our current political climate. That is just perfect. Some business is just what I need to keep my mind off the astral mess I've gotten myself into. I'm eager to learn the ropes of witchcraft. We better get ready for a crash course. Totally. I'm supposed to grow some peppers, and I don't even have a home or garden yet. You should talk with Jasmine about that. She's a gardener too. I'm sure she can set you up with a nice cosmic parcel. Perfect. I'll go and meet her after this meeting. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh, frick. The cosmic wheel already? Oh, so I can actually give them any name they want. Except for the last two. So basically, this is like a freeform choice. Like, the cosmic wheel... I bet the cosmic wheel allows you to pick the fate of what people want. You're Cassia, the Peppermancer. You're Kaya, the Peppermancer. You're Nova, the Peppermancer. You are Faye, the Peppermancer. You're Violet, the Peppermancer. And you're Ilyana, the Peppermancer. I like either Violet or Cassia. I'll call it Cassia. Cassia. Let's go with this one. Whoa, Cassia. Sounds so alien to me. Feels like stealing a name from the identity database or something. But I like it a lot. I'll do my best to live up to this name. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You are welcome, Cassia. That's a wrap. How did you like my divination? Super cool. You've got a great talent. Although I'm not sure if I'll resort to it again anytime soon. There's something dreadful in becoming aware of fate's existence and knowing you can't escape it. Not that you're to blame, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it can cause that effect. I'm sure I'd lose it if I had talent like yours. So tempting and so scary at the same time. I'll stick to the peppermancy. It can be maddening at times, yes. What are you planning to do now? Dahlia wanted to introduce me to more people, and now I feel ready for it thanks to you. Happy to hear that. Please come and visit me anytime. I will. Goodbye. Nice. Got a peppermancer. It's too peaceful. Alright, let's study for a second. Alright, what do we have here? Except of On the Four Elements Water by which Yuenya. Which can easily fall in love with the element of water. Water is the substance of all things, their nature in a vacuum, its platonic ideal. Love, desire, sadness, even hope. Everything is able to hold or channel feelings. One could say a piece of wood isn't able to have its own genuine feelings, but that emotion is in the heart of the beholder. But multiple experiments throughout history have proven this hypothesis wrong. Take the very same piece of wood and leave it in a home full of love. Let a family take care of it, talk to it, embrace it. Then take this piece of wood to another planet and leave it in the middle of the forest. Observe animals walking around it with the utmost respect. Eventually, we would be able to witness a wandering artist falling in love with that piece of wood and taking it with them to carve the most beautiful piece of art. Water has infinite potential. Any element can absorb a massive amount of water energy. When full, water will start overflowing, impregnating any other elements in its surroundings. Combine water with water, and you will unlock boundless potential. You will access the maximum power that anything has to offer. Water and water is the realization of potential. Okay. Can I just leave? You dream about one of your eyes is blue and the other is purple. You inspect them closer in a mirror and find out they have mathematical formulas inscribed around the iris. You write them down and your eyes return to normal. A blind man comes to your home and buys the formula from you for a fortune. Interesting. So sometimes you actually just have to sleep for the story to progress and do other things. Let me do one more interactive fiction. I'll pick up an interactive fic tale at random from my collection. Last One Standing by DjDoubleT. When your people started dying, they did it without a whimper, vanishing like fruits plucked by invisible hands. As a lead hunter, you led a squad of your best men into the jungle. You returned alone, an entire squadron of warriors gone without your back. Gone while your back was turned. Must be a giant snake swallowing them whole, said the village chief, for the predator left no traces, no sounds, and not even bones of its victims. When your people started disappearing from their own huts, they stopped believing in animals and started believing in monsters. Some prayed, others tried to leave the island, only to be killed by the waves. You sharpened your spear and kept your eyes peeled. You're the only human being still alive on this island, but you are not alone. You can feel its gaze on your skin. While you sleep, you saw the monster itself a couple times. As you scoured the island, a flick of a tail, a glint of eyes in the woods. And now you can finally found it. A big coil of ink and smoke resting on a flat rock in the middle of a meadow. You are the lead hunter, but you have never killed a beast like this. A snake, yes, but one made of dark waters and whispers and faded dreams. I am so sorry, I was so hungry, the monster laments, voice as soft as the night. I ate and realized too late that there is no food left except for you. The shock of hearing it speak makes your hand shake. If I kill you, I'll starve, and if you kill me, you will remain alone, without even revenge to keep you company. The monster regards you with its many eyes. Let me eat one of your fingers so our doomed chase may continue for a while. If I accept, that's just... I'll attack. You lift your spear and throw it at the creature, aiming for the head. It recoils with a hiss. Your spear stuck in one eye. A blink later, it's gone. Your spear is on the ground, wet with blood that looks and tastes like ink. The next day, you resume the chase, a knife hanging on your belt, your gaze set on the tallest peak of the island. You spend most of your morning climbing higher and higher, looking for a cave where a night creature could sleep. Your foot slips, and an instant later, you're upside down, and there's blood in your mouth and pain in your head. You fell into a chasm and broke something during the fall. A chuckle, you twist your body, straining your neck to peek at the monster looking at you from the ridge of the cliff. It looks different than before, more swollen, less solid, yet less solid, stretched thin. I am too weak to help you, a mournful laugh. It doesn't even feel fair to eat you like this. The creature slides down, but instead of opening its maw, it spreads its coils, enveloping you in a kind, cool embrace. You fall asleep and dream of the stars. You never wake up. Huh. One more card. Let's see. I'm gonna do. I guess we can do earth mixed with fire. Let's do this one. I have enough, right? Oof, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh, I didn't mean to study it. No. Oh, no. That was my bad. Conflict, challenge, adversity, renewal, strength, support, determination, resilience. Alright. Let's mix some earth into this then. Because I actually messed up. Oops. Yeah, I'm fine with the scene. Right here. Looks so grumpy. He's like, ah, or they look so grumpy, and then they're like, ah, my arm, and the sword, and then just a random child. Just the child, and then oars, troubling oars. That seems right. Mix up there, and then just have a shovel randomly placed. There you go. We have a shovel on the wall. Perfect, right? There we go. Dulcius ex asperis. The white sands curse this card. A wavering faith, relentless rectitude. The golden shovel is a symbol of determination. Guide, discovery, determination, rightfulness, leadership, purpose, alliance, temptation, happiness. Hi, Nampy. Thank you for arriving. I'm confused by this card, but alright, I'll roll with it. Nampy, do you have access to the emotes that I have? I think you should. I'm not sure. There we go. We got cozy sweater. It's a Neapolitan sweater. Alright, up the stairs. Quickly. Oh, it's a turtle. Oh, it's Patrice. Fortuna? Not cool. I had to learn you can get visitors now from other than you. I can't believe if you are aware of the current state of things, but we need to talk. Oh, chapter 5. Okay. Chapter 5, an inquiry into values. Things weren't as easy as you have them right now. When I was about the age of little Michael here, I was already working. What did you do, Grandma? I spent most of my childhood, like, helping my mom sew work clothes for the farmers. I wish I had a job already. I hate school and my allowance is miserable. You make more from your allowance than I made from sewing clothes. I got paid 30 cents a piece. What? Then why did you even bother doing it? I had to help my mom. This was like paid $2 a piece. But during those times, it was enough for us to get by. Why is everything more expensive now, Grandma? I don't think I already explained that. Ask your grad about inflation when you get home. Did your dad explain it to you? I'm afraid not. My dad died in the war back in Spain. He didn't have time to teach me like much, but besides how to use like a knife and how to cook a mean paella. I love Grandma's yellow rice. Sure you do. You sure do, beautiful. I'll make some paella tomorrow. What do you say? Yes. 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 Why did you come to America, Yaya? First of all, this is not America. These are the United States. Okay, okay. Why did you come to the US? A couple of years after my dad was killed, my mom had to like flee to France with me and your auntie Fortuna to escape from the fascists. Then we moved to like the US. What are fascists? Very mean like people who don't like anyone but who thinks differently from them or simply is different. Are there any fascists in the US? Too many, I'd say. Oh no, what are we gonna do, Grandma? Don't worry about it. I'll protect you all. Gaia, tell us more stories about Aunt Fortuna. You know, this is the perfect place for it, since it was on this very beach I saw your aunt for like the first time. It was here? Where she died? I have told you 1,000 times, your Aunt Fortuna didn't die. She went to live in the stars. Come on, Yaya, I'm old enough already. But it is true. We drove here on a beautiful summer night, just the two of us and our friend Ava. I love Ava. She gives you candy. Yes, Eva's always been a sweetheart. Fortuna made a delicious pizza, like za, and like we opened up a bottle of grape juice. Like wine. Yes, wine, Maria Fortuna. I want wine. That night, there was this beautiful meteor shower, so the three of us made a wish. I asked for my sister to be happy. She wasn't happy? She had a good life here, but she needed more. Your auntie is like magical. She always had special powers, like things beyond like the imagination, unlike you non-believers, Maria Fortuna. But this world wasn't ready for all that. She had to give. Out of the blue, she said, I want to be a witch. Bitch. And I can't believe she did that. She like betrayed me. I'm scared. Shh, Michael, she's like alright. Shush, child, you're fine. She's fine. She's in the stars now. She's like a witch. Then she got up and started walking towards the sea. The stars fell upon her from the sky, but like there was like a meteorite crushed her, but somehow she ascended. But anyways, but also rose to embrace her from the bottom of the ocean. She walked until she disappeared into the water. She drowned then. No, Maria Fortuna, she went to live in the stars. Don't you make me repeat myself, or you will not be able to get something later. Her body was never found, so she didn't drown. She's in a magical place now, watching over us. Why doesn't she come visit us? That, sweeties, sweethearts, that I don't know, sweetheart. Oh, Treese. That's what Patrice looks like? Like older Patrice? Dang. I don't know how I feel about for Patrice being voiced this way still, but I love Fortuna. Oh no, you're upset. At this point, I'd say I'm more disillusioned than upset. When were you planning on telling me you can accept visitors? Things have been complicated. I didn't want you to worry until... I didn't want to worry you until I figured out this mess. I know I had to report my every moment to you. So you managed to go get yourself into a new mess even in exile. I don't know why I keep caring at this point. What do I need to do for you to let your big sister in? Have I ever failed you? Patrice, come on. I've explained this to you too many times already. You're in. It's just that I don't like to be saved. And you're always too quick to make my own problems your own. I want you to be my friend, not my mom. Although not even our mom intruded as much as you do. Okay, like, I know, but like, how do you think change your diapers and took you to school? Not this again. Listen, it's been 2 centuries since I last saw you. Why don't we skip this part and cut to the tense and cordial conversation? Uh, Fine, I guess. How's work? How's Juliet doing? You still together? Are you still checking on your descendants? Nah, I got bored a couple of generations ago. It was important to me to veil over Maria, Fortuna, Eric, Michael, and the rest, and I was genuinely curious about how they raised their children and what became of them all. I don't know, the ego trip of witnessing one's legacy, but at some point, it lost all meaning, just became voyeurism, watching strangers go about their lives. They stopped talking about you, huh? Shut up! I know you too well. Frick. How's work? Weird. Not that attractive right now. Why's that? I may put the detective work on hold for a while. With the upcoming elections, I've been getting a lot of unsavory requests. I'm on the move for digging up dirt on or spying on people. Not for a third party at least. Like, I like to spy on people on my own fruition. Like, stalking is only done by me, not by getting paid to do it. Like, that takes the fun of doing it. Like, should I get paid when I can do it and spend my own money, my own time? Gosh. What do you mean a third party? Oh, well, we'll get into that in a bit. I don't know if I like the sound of that. Mm. How's Julia doing? You still together? No. That had to end. We broke up about 50 years ago. What happened? She went and joined the arbitrator's office, willingly. Can you believe it? Well, why did she do that? She was overwhelmed by what being a witch implies. All that freedom, the directionlessness. She depended a lot on me to decide how to use her time, but I'm not that the kind of to become anyone's conductor. Like, I don't like telling people what to do. I like when people tell me what to do. JK, JK. I'd rather like have somebody else be independent of their own fruition and then, you know, be on their own. Too much maintenance, basically. She was fine whenever she was busy, but every time I needed my space, she had severe episodes of anxiety and depression. She knew she was hurting us both, so in the end, her solution was to forego her freedom. From what she's told me in her letters, becoming an arbiter gave her a mission and a purpose. What a shame. Well, whatever works, I guess. Existential dread is a widespread disease among witches. The irony of immortality. Eh. What about you? What have you done this time? What are you implying? Something embarrassing, dangerous, or illegal, I'm sure. Abermar, show yourself. An arbiter revised my sentence, that's all. I'm fine, let it go. You know what? Fine. Let's do it. The first person reviewed the behemoth. Fine. Show yourself, Abermar. Holy fuck, Fortuna. A motherfucking behemoth. Pleased to meet you, Patrice. And it fucking talks? Oh my god. What do you mean it talks? We behemoths fucking invented the language. And imagine it. Please refer me to me as he. What have you fucking done, Fortuna? I'm sorry, I was desperate. I did what I had to survive. Fucking shit. I swear to fucking whatever cosmic being, Like, I'm going to find Donna's corpse and give her a postmortem kick in the ass. Like, I want that girl. I want that bitch to be traumatized because she was such a horrible person to me and to everybody else. This is on her. I'm sorry. Like, what's done is done. Now we have to figure out how to keep you alive. Because something this big is destined to leak. I'm not about to let my little sister get wiped from existence. We have to use the elections as an opportunity to save your ass. I can start by calling in some favors, see if we can get you in the running. Patrice? What? You're doing it again. Stop. This is my mess. I can handle it. Fortuna, you can't handle shit. Look at the situation you got yourself into. I've been a witch for decades longer than you. I don't need your lessons. You may have been my big sister back on Earth, but not anymore. In fact, you're the little sister now. Know your place. What did you just say? You ungrateful piece of shit. You heard me. It's my turn to protect you. Just by colluding with me on this behemoth issue, you could be punished too. I didn't even tell my best friends. That's why I didn't want you to get involved. The fucking nerve. I don't need your help. The sooner you get that into your head, the better. Why did you turn me into a witch then? I did not turn you into a witch. You were destined to become one. How many times do we have to go over this? I just read the cards. Wait. What? Oh my god. Are you alright? I did turn you into a witch. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Patrice. What are you on about? What? You're sorry now? What is going on? Oh shit. Your bone cancer. Oh shit, my fucking life. Fortuna? Easy. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I I recently learned something about my divination that, well, it changes everything. What is going on? I'm not a reader. I'm a writer. What the hell does that mean? Adonna's corpse visited me recently. She told me why she sent me into exile and why she took away my deck. I'm not seeing the future. I'm deciding it. Forging what's ahead. I killed you. Whoa. Wow. Like, girl. Slow down. Like, slow your rolls. Your back rolls. First of all, we were kids. You're not responsible for my fate no matter the forces behind it. I gave you fucking cancer. Hey, girl, shut it. I didn't ask for your opinions or your truths. Shush. I had a great life. If not cancer, it would have been a like truck-kun, like the thing you call anime, or the aftermath of all the drugs I did. Like, I was crazy. I was messy, girl. Still I am, but you know, that was that. It's just like crazy me, but like now. Anyways, I do not uphold you accountable for any of that. Still, I'm so sorry. And then you're right. You've always been right. I turned you into a witch. I couldn't bear you dying and I dragged your soul into space. Well, I do hold you accountable for that. Not that I hate it. Being a witch, it beats eternal slumber because, like, please, they thought that they could keep me sleeping forever. Like, at some point, I would have been bored of death and bored of sleeping, and I would have woken up from the grave and would have gotten up, and then I would have been like, well, here's my undead life. How's my family doing? And they would be like, oh, necromancy or something. But anyways, however, I think you owe me. You must let me in. You wanted me back in your life so bad, you pulled me out of death's embrace. Like, you legitimately said, hi, death. She's mine. Now own it. This is too much, Patrice. I don't want to read the cards anymore. The responsibility is overwhelming. Ah, listen. I see how your powers present quite an ethical conundrum, but we're not on Earth anymore. I haven't met a single witch that isn't fucking overpowered and exploiting her ability to satisfy her ambitions. You're like a super witch, so what? Use your powers to do good or whatever. I don't know, Patrice. Moreover, like, I believe you should act on it. Like that spider guy that Ava Kittling liked. Having great power and not using it is irresponsible. Doesn't go like that. No. Well, you get me. But where do I draw the line? Girl, case by case. I know you're a good person, even though you kind of like did drag my dead body out into like becoming a witch, but you know, it's fine. I'm not afraid. I'm not get tripping or anything. Like, of letting you tamper with fate. Read the cards for me. Come on. Really? What about? Read into my end. What? No. Come on, girl. We all have an expiry date. Even witches. We may be immortal, but like, I know I'm gonna be clapped to death. Write me a beautiful death. Patrice, being aware of how I was meant to die gave me superpowers back when I was immortal. Like, I knew I was gonna get cancer, so I was like, might as well live it to the best if time's gonna be at some point. It is weird, but I miss that powerful dread. Like, I want a reason to live so that, I fulfilled. Please, Fortuna, grant me the elimination once again. What if the cards just told her, she's just gonna live forever? Alright. I love you, Patrice. I love you too, girl. Here we are again. Let me tell you, this is the last time you make me read into your end. You get reincarnated or whatever, you deal with the pain of being alive like the rest of us. Dale. Wait. How does this new deck of yours work? For you, it's going to be the same. Mechanically speaking, it's just like tarot. But I crafted this deck myself, capturing arcana inside the cards. So I can fine-tune my style of divination and don't need to be so dependent on the classic tarot symbols. Wow, cool. Okay, like, show me what you've got. The Golden Mine. The Iron Golem support the card's Entelechy. Oops, I was reading the oh well, it's fine. Sorry to anybody who's listening to that. You're destined to go out in a cosmic orgy, your essence scattered throughout 100 lovers. You will ascend one more time. You will become a goddess of inspiration and will only be able to interact with this plane through signs and revelations. That sounds horrible. You will turn yourself into a gemstone trinket to veil over your favorite student. This sounds like Patrice the most. This one just sounds like, well, frick. And this one just sounds like, can she be changed back? Like, jeez, huh? We're gonna have Patrice go out like Patrice should. This is how Patrice should go out. Period. You are destined to go out in a cosmic orgy. Your essence scattered throughout 100 lovers. Nice, very nice. This more than makes up for giving me cancer. But Nappy, it's true. It's a horrible thing, but it's like, you'll never stop giving me shit for that now, huh? Can you amend the reading to add some witches from the Machina cult to the orgy? You gotta see their arms, sis. it doesn't work that way. The cards let me access a selection of possible futures, and I scry through them. Can you see how much time I have left? Nope, I'm sorry, but if it didn't come up in the reading, then it's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, that'll have to do, I guess, then. So what do you think of my new deck? It's pretty cool, yeah. I was a bit fed up with tarot, to be honest. Like, it's always the same cards, 52 cards in the deck, and like... Actually, that's wrong. I forgot how many cards in a tarot deck, 120 something? I don't remember. Yeah, me too now that I think about it. It'll take more time to get bored of these cards since I can keep producing new ones. The illustrations, do you like make them yourself? That too, it also gave them cancer, Nappy. I compose them with existing arcana, but they leave a lot of room for creativity. I don't know, it's fun. Happy to hear you're like having a great time. Okay, we've dealt with my own demise. What do you say we focus on avoiding yours now? Here we go again. Fine, what do you have in mind? I want you to run for leader. What? No. I'm deadly serious. When I learned that Adana died and the Coven needed a new leader, I automatically thought of you. Your divination makes you the perfect candidate. That's why it pissed me off extra to like discover that you could have received visitors this late. We've already lost a lot of time that we could have put into preparing your campaign. I'm sorry about that, but anyway, clairvoyance isn't the only quality required to lead. We discovered I'm not a reader, but I'm a writer. The responsibility. Valley and Jasmine are already running. What's this one? So, they call dibs on the seat or what? Things will get too tense if I decide to run now. They'll have to just deal with it. For God's sake, we're all centuries old. I'd demand a certain degree of maturity from all of us. You have exactly the same rights from our leader. The problem is that I told both Dolly and Jasmine that I would help them with their campaigns. Why would you tell them that? That's like stupid. I respect it if you believed in one of your friends becoming their leader and decided to back them, but you can't support opposing political campaigns. You're going to hinder them both. But maybe that's the point. If I run for like the leader, right? If I hinder them both as I am secretly like joining in, maybe it would help me. Let them both know that you're running yourself and that you can't support them anymore. It'll be better for everyone. Okay, I'll do that. No, Patrice, I don't want to run for later. I think I'll have to. Just because like they both have points, but I don't like, there are things that I don't like about one side and the other side. So at this point, I'm running my own party. Let's do this. Finally, you're making some like sense. You're gonna make a great leader, like trust me. You're not the first one to tell me that I'd make a great leader. You all are gonna make me believe I should do it. You like, sure, you must, I'll help you. First order of business is to define a program. I'm gonna go do some scouting and I'll come back with a picture of the current political landscape. Then we can decide where we stand on the hottest topics, like the hottest goss, like we used to, girl. Okay, this is always so fast. Like, don't worry, like, I'll make it easy for you. Like, see you in a bit. Like, get your deck in order, relax a bit, and we'll set everything in motion when I come back. Cool, see you later. Bye, bish. Shrimp man. What a bossy sister. Tell me about it. The air seal didn't seem to make a dent on her. I'm a bit disappointed in my magic. I believe that Patrice pities me by default, so nothing's changed really. I'm beginning to think I sided with the wrong sister. Shut up. So shit is getting real. Are you excited? I'm more anxious than anything. As a matter of fact, I am. Not really, but I don't have a choice. After summoning Behemoth, this is child's play. You know what? Let's see this. After doing black magic, it seems like this isn't too bad. This promises to be a fun ride, I see. Okay then, what do you need me to do? What do you mean? For example, do you want me to deliver a letter to summon Dolly and Jasmine to let them hear about your final stance? Good idea, friendly reunion before the race. No game's on, better to catch them off balance. You know what? Let's do this. As much as I would love to be like, shock, throw this in, I'm gonna do this. You never know how gruesome things will get, and the three of us didn't have the chance to meet just to hang out like old times, so do invite them, please. I will. I'm glad you let Patrice know about me. You don't have to worry, she's loyal. Oh, I'm not worried. On the contrary, I'm eager to team up with her. Team up? Come on, you have a behemoth on your side and you were planning on not using me during the campaign. Just let your sister know about my skills. I'm sure she'll put them to good use. I can spy on opponents, dig up some dirt, spin the cosmic wheel a bit in our favor, you know. Okay. I guess that's a great resource. But don't you do anything without our approval. Absolutely. I may not look like it, but I'm the team player. Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna lay down for a bit now. I need some rest before facing the mess I've gotten myself into. Talk to you later. You dream about you are old and surrounded by 11 kids. They're all orphans from different planets that you decide to adopt. You're teaching them to play a very complex board game about witchcraft. All of them fall asleep mid-explanation and you feel disappointed. Okay. Wait, Nappy, did you? And is it like a creepy stroller or is it like one of those nicer strollers? Makes sense. You never know, it could be haunted by the old spirits. Dear Fortuna, you want to see us, right? I'd love to get together before the race starts. Let me know when it's a good time and I'll pick up Dahlia and come over to your place. Nyom. Thanks for coming. It's been centuries since we got the three of us together. I don't know why we didn't do this, like, I don't know, right away. What's up, witches? And you bet, magic life can get so chaotic sometimes, though. We just forget to enjoy it. Yeah, it makes me so happy to see the two of you together. Tell me about some adventure I missed. What did we do last time we met? We should plan a trip for when I regain my freedom. Well, that's an incredible idea. You got her fired up already. Any idea where would you like to go? Defrenia, the city of blacksmiths. That sounds like a great trip, but I'd rather go for something less dark for my first time out. I always wanted to visit the Deerfolk Kingdom. My mentor Yuenya always told me amazing stories about it. Oh, I am in. I've heard they have some fine studs in the brothels. Dahlia! I'm sure you could use a bit of action too, Jasmine. I have a satisfactory sex life. What are you applying? I was just teasing you, silly. Really? By the way, are you nervous about the elections? You can't imagine. I'm cool. More excited than anything. On the one hand, I'm not worried because whoever wins in the end, the coven is going to be well looked after. On the other hand, I want what's best for the coven, and I truly believe my program is the safest bet. Just to be clear, I do think you'd make for a lovely leader. But playing it safe is the death of progress, Jasmine. But aren't we all well already? We just need to iron out Adana's more abusive politics and put some love into the community. That's because the status quo benefits you. Think about all the novices and all the witches who don't fit into that orderly vision, myself included. My plan is not to start a revolution, but to level the playing field. It's not fair that power is held by the eldest. Novices need to be guided, though. Think about when we had just ascended. We weren't in any shape to be making important decisions. I don't know about that. Age has its own setbacks. What do you think, Fortuna? Well, about that. I guess it's time I make my stance clear. I'm running for leader myself. What? Oh, my. But aren't you exiled? Beatrice is going to help me run the campaign. In fact, it was her who practically forced me into this venture. Okay, and what's your deal? I'm not really sure yet. We still have to define our program. But my sister's dead set on having my divination at the helm of the new government. That'd be quite an asset, alright. Have you really thought this through? I doubt a criminal has much of a chance at leadership. Whoa, that's a bit strong. I'm not a criminal, Jasmine. Part of the plan of becoming the next leader is to eradicate unfair punishments. So you actually wanted to meet us to declare war, huh? Not war, I just thought it'd be proper to let you know firsthand. I really think that no matter who wins, the future is bright. Yeah, that's what I'd like to think. But the stress of competing against you two is a bit overwhelming. Why don't we use this opportunity to promise that no matter what, we'll still be friends after the race is over? No promises needed. I've never had a doubt about it. Likewise, we will always be friends. Thank you. I don't know what I would do if I lost you. You won't. I love you. I love you too. I love you three. Fuck off. Okay, the next few weeks are about to get pretty busy. I better leave and start preparing my knives. Figuratively speaking, I understand. No, literally. I'm a daggersmith. That's what I do. No need to stab anyone, though. You can make knives for fun, but not be stabby. I hope. Okay, you two take care. Okay. See you soon. Take care, both of you. Bye. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Let the night be, as it may be. Oh, it's Patrice. Patrice back. How are we doing with like my power? Ooh, I need more fire. Just in case I want to make fire things. Everything is set to go. So, Fortuna, like everything is set to go. Get your shit in order because it's about to get real. Like, let me know when you're ready and we'll like review the program and campaign plan. Patrice. Girl, like how are you? I'm ready. I'm focused. Let's go with this one. Good. Hold on to that fuel. Like, did you meet with Dahlia and Jasmine? Yeah, I think so too. And it'd be like Patrice is like it's funny because Patrice is like this wise character kind of at this point, but also the fact that like she's also really immature, but also like the voicing. Like, how did they take it? I believe our final is good. Really? We promise we'll always be friends no matter what. Ugh, oh my god, like so corny. This is going to be the weirdest political race in the universe. Maybe all political conflict should be handled with as much love as this one. Well, like, jury is still out on how we'll get well, how well this is going to go. They're like, they're good friends. I'm sure this will all be handled honorably. There's like no honor in politics, only victory, girl. Whatever. What now? Okay, like, allow me to give you like a rundown of what's ahead. We have to define a program and a plan. First, we'll analyze our opponents and I'll interview you to see where we stand on the main issues. Then we'll sketch and review a program. Once we get to something solid, we'll form a team and schedule some campaign actions to get the ball rolling. The day for the election Congress hasn't been decided yet, but like we're against the clock as of now. All clear? Yeah? Good. Good. First of all, did someone tell you about the 5 pillars of the coven? You know, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, moral affairs, and witch duties. Do you need me to explain them to you? I know about them. You can skip the explanation. Good. Let's start dissecting our rivals then. Who do you want to start with? You choose. Alright, Dahlia then. Oh, Dahlia's not from Earth. On our home planet, politics have evolved and twisted more than anywhere else in the explored universe. She comes from the demonic desert lands, where matriarchy-based warlordism and chieftainism are the primary forms of organization, even nowadays. I'm not saying to underestimate her, but we can expect her to not be well prepared to navigate the intricacies of a political campaign. On the other hand, Dahlia's politics seem to be very different from her homeworld's. From what I gathered, her forces seem to be collectivizing the Coven's duties and responsibilities, distributing the Coven's power horizontally, not vertically or diagonally, just horizontally. Level the playing field is practically her slogan. Whoa, how did you manage to get all that info in so little time? Blaze, I'm a detective, sis. This is barely scratching the surface. Now focus. Her program to achieve this is judgment by referendum. Dahlia argues that in a community this compact, we should have to account for every member's input regardless of their background or preparation. Enforcement, none whatsoever. She believes in amicable resolution. And should dialogue fail, she wants to leave the matter in the hands of the arbitrage's office. Her point being that we don't need to police ourselves when we already have the magical pact. Forbidden arts allow free access to any kind of magic and control them through education, not banning. Mortal affairs cut all ties with mortals. Dahlia believes we're too privileged to be messing with people's lives. She thinks we should leave them be and focus on the cosmic and the magical. Witch duties, magical attacks. Have every member of the coven share a percentage of their magic output and to pool resources for the benefit of the clan. And finally, she believes we should scatter Adana's remains so more witches can ascend and our coven can become more diverse. As you can see, Dahlia is bidding on a kind-hearted community that requires goodwill to work. Almost utopic, I say. Almost said utopic, but like, you know, it's utopic. What do you think? What do you think is the best strategy to undermine a program? I don't want to undermine it. It's pretty cool. Expose her naivete, faith in good intentions is ridiculous. Horizontalism will make us slow and clumsy. Point out the failure of communism on Earth. Spotlight the primitive societies of our homeworld. Let's point out this one. It may work, however, although the majority of witches from our coven come from Earth, many of them predate the existence of communism. Don't worry, we'll figure out a more universal approach. Okay, now let's capitalize on your intimate knowledge about your rival. What do you say is Dahlia's strongest point? Her overwhelming charisma and the confidence she projects, she embodies the winds of change. Dahlia is pretty popular among young witches. Her determination, she is battle ready. She is the most virtuous, the most incorruptible of us all. Let's go with this one. I'd say that feels more like Jasmine, don't you think? Well, Jasmine is a sucker for authority, but she's way more cunning and knows how to navigate gray areas. Dahlia, on the other hand, is truly a paragon of purity. She may be raw, but she won't break or compromise her ideals. I see your point. It's going to be tough to dig up dirt on her, though, should we aim to undermine her persona. But no one's perfect. I'm sure some of her ideals conflict with what the Coven deems to be right or legal. We could exploit that should we find it. Alright. What about her weaknesses? What is Dahlia's most critical flaw? She's very impulsive, impatient, and gets angry easily. Dahlia is very green when it comes to debating politics or philosophy. She's very radical, lacks diplomacy. She's the least astute of the lot, easy to trick. Making daggers is the least valuable asset offered by a candidate. Just making daggers. Let's go with this one. Cause so far she's shown that she's very impulsive. Ooh. Good. If we can provoke her during a debate, the Coven is sure to question her ability to rule. We should be on the lookout for opportunities to get her mad during the campaign. Oh, is this really necessary? It's your call, girl, but if we don't exploit your opponent's flaws, it'll make it less likely for you to become the next leader. Politics are ugly, I know. Ugly, then never mind. Let's just forget it. But also, let me tell you, you should expect the same from your rivals, friends or not. I'm sure they won't be pulling any punches. Be ready. They're gonna clap you, they're gonna slap you, they're gonna bap you. It's gonna be crazy, girl. You never know when people want to catch these hands and give it to rated E for everybody for hands. You know what? Hand doesn't have an E in it unless you spell Hans or Hindes or Hanse. But anyways, I'm already regretting this. It would probably be nice. But sure, whatever, I'll handle it. But the problem is, I'm still exiled to this rock. Shall we go over Jasmine now? Jasmine was born in a small English town during the Industrial Revolution circa 1800. That put her in a cultural sweet spot for amassing the sympathies of the Coven. She's a young witch in the eyes of the eldest medieval and ancient witches, but not so alien as us contemporary witches, which with our world wars, TV, internet, and global lunacies. Jasmine gets along with us, but is also part of the last decent generation according to the most conservative witches. Her politics are liberal revision of Idana's, removing the most tyrannical mechanisms by reducing the punishment and responsibilities that will maintain the status quo but give more room for individualism and personal enterprise, free from so many duties and the fear of failure. Her program to achieve this is: judgment will be performed by a quorum of the 4 eldest witches in agreement with the elder. That is the sweetest candy of her program for the old lot. Enforcement will work with a system of strikes. She hasn't specified how many yet, but should a witch accumulate enough warnings, she will be expelled from the Coven. Way less radical than exile, and the worst case scenario is the freedom to start anew elsewhere. Regarding forbidden arts, she won't change a thing. Anything deemed dangerous by the eldest witches will be banned. Then, for mortal affairs, Jasmine proposes a model of protection and guidance. What is good for humanity? What should we protect them from? I guess that'll be determined by the quorum of the eldest. Lastly, as for witch duties, she proposes a policy of no vigilance. Jasmine argues that we should trust every sister will have the Coven's interest in mind, and that there's no need to evaluate or impose any duties on any member. And, of course, regarding the trending topic, Jasmine wants the Coven to devour Idana's corpse so we all become more powerful. Yeah, I feel see, I agree more with Dahlia's, yet Dahlia's is very there's certain parts where I'm no, but with Jasmine's I'm I don't sit well with it. Some of it sounds cool, freedom and trust, but then with how I am currently, Forbidden Arts, I already used the Forbidden Arts, so I kind of oof. And I do agree with the Mortal Affairs, kind of I still want to be part with the Mortals just to see what they're doing, but with Dahlia is like, no, no more human parts. Take a minute to interiorize Jasmine's program. Sure. Done. Perfect, so tell me now. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine her program? What movie was it, Puma? These plans benefit the powerful and forsake novices. Interesting. If we adopt this strategy, we may polarize the Covenant's opinions. But in the long run, we could gather the support of the young and weak plus the support of the most compassionate elders. It may do the trick. Good, good. Now, to assess the candidate herself, let's use your privilege info on Jasmine. Like, what would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? I want to say either resourcefulness or charming mother like aura. No, we'll go with the pillar. Her charming mother like aura, not order. Quite right. A mother figure could well become the prom queen of this race. Many voters decide based on instinct rather than analysis, and Jasmine's persona promises to be an excellent caretaker for like the lot of us. We'll need to expose her ugly sides to distort those motherly attributes. Now to her flaws. What would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Her anxiety, she gets stressed easily. Envy, her compassion. She's easy to intimidate. Vanity, she worries too much about appearances. Let's go with compassion. That sounds more like a virtue, but you're right, compassion is something exploitable in its own way. Taking pity on your rivals can be the ruin of a leader, but we could also point out how some of her policies will cause suffering for some people. We can throw her off her game by toying with her pity. I feel so bad doing this. Toughen up, Fortuna. Her advisors will be doing the same about you, no doubt. Plus, these are emergency resources. If we play our cards right, we can hope for a clean victory. Focus on bringing your best, at least into the weekend, Puma. Focus on bringing your best game, and I won't have to push any ugly buttons. Talk about pressure. Alright, now for the third candidate. What, there's more? Of course, no one told you. Now who is it? No one truly thinks she possesses any threat to Dahlia or Jasmine, but she is a candidate nonetheless. We should study her. I believe this dark horse has a chance of surprising us all. It's me. Tell me who it is already, come on. Oh, no, it's not. Cupressa, the historian witch. The eldest witch in her coven, she precedes even Adana. Cupressa is originally from Earth, but she ascended way before humanity started even writing. She has an infallible memory. All events get registered inside her tree rings. The thing is that she's always played a secondary role in the coven. She's just supporting us with her wisdom. But apparently Capressa isn't a fan of change and isn't happy with the direction Jasmine or Dahlia wants to take the coven, so for the first time she's running for leader. Okay, we got somebody who wants to keep everything the same. Her program is like easy to sum up. She wants to keep things exactly as Adana left them. Moreover, she advocates for preserving Adana's corpse as some sort of oracle, to keep using her as a channel to consult with the gods and to set the direction for the coven. Wow. Fuck Capressa. You know, Capressa just sounds like an oppressor. Fuck her program. In any case, I know Capressa personally, and she's very kind and helpful. But yes, no one wants the ghost of Adana to keep ruling over us. She has very few supporters among the eldest, but I wouldn't underestimate her. Capressa has a special mystical aura around her, combined with her vast knowledge. She's sure to impress many voters during the campaign. Depending on how gruesome the race gets, we could scare some of the most conservative witches into switching sides from Jasmine to Capressa. I see. As long as we don't underestimate Pressa and keep her in check, it all should be fine though. Understood. Alright, are you ready to start defining our program? Do you want to take a break? No, let's get this over with already. Alright. We'll go over every point, assess our options, make some choices, and when we have our first draft, we can review any aspect to iron out the program. It's okay to borrow some ideas you may fancy from your rivals, but try to make a program that's unique enough to be your own. Okay. First point, judgment. Right now, this is where our rivals stand. Jasmine wants to form a quorum in the eldest. Dahlia wants to introduce judgment by referendum. Capressa wants to keep Idana's ruling judgment. What type of judgment do you prefer? Ponder ruling judgment, ponder quorum in the eldest, ponder referendum. Let's try to come up with a new option. Maybe there's another option to manage the coven. Something fair but effective. What do you have in mind? To have a leadership that decides on everything without the community's input is problematic. But leaving all executive control in the hands of everyone will produce erratic results. No, we are not doing the US system. I'm thinking of establishing some sort of ministries to compartmentalize power. Appoint experts in every matter to deal with law, exploration, magic development, resource management, culture. Anything really set up as many ministries as necessary. All ministers will work along with the leader, but they would have the last word on their respective competencies, since they would be the ideal person to make informed decisions about each issue. And how will these ministers be appointed? Do these positions rotate? What happens if someone more competent shows up? Is the minister replaced? I mean, it's really interesting. On paper, and it'll be quite effective to have dedicated witches on every important matter. But this will probably breed many power struggles within the coven, fighting for these positions on trying to earn the favor of certain ministers. I see. Not that the other options don't have downsides, I'm just pointing out what could go wrong with this idea. I think it is still worth giving it a shot if you like it. If you're at the helm, I'm sure you'll run a tight ship and you put together an excellent team. I'll help you. Yeah, avoiding corruption in this scenario relies on having a capable leader. You're alright, capable leader. I think you're ready to deal with any kind of judgment system you decide to go with. So having said that, what type of judgment do you prefer? Isn't Dahlia's idea of dividing all the power among members via referendum a beautiful idea? It is beautiful indeed. It would be something far-fetched for a bigger society, but provided the coven stays within the hundreds, it's feasible. It'll still be quite cumbersome, and we need to keep in mind that the most popular opinion isn't always what's truly best, but it will always keep the majority satisfied. Will this make us weaker but happier? I can't tell. It's never been done before in a coven that I know of. Okay, so what type of judgment do you prefer? I'm gonna ponder the other ones just because I might as well. Jasmine's idea about forming core of the oldest, wisest witches may be the most sensible approach. It's not a bad idea, no. Even if we don't get along too well with the eldest, they are indeed the most powerful and knowledgeable of the coven. On the other hand, if it removes the tyranny of Idana from the system, it still leaves all power in the hands of a few, and not a very diverse lot of that. But that's almost an innate quality about power. It creates inequality by definition. Anyway, what type of judgment do you prefer? Is there something interesting about ruining judgment? That is completely off the table. It would imply conserving Idana's corpse, and I doubt you want that. Yeah, you're right. Idana needs to be wiped out of our lives. Okay, so what type of judgment do you prefer? I like how it's like, we give you 4 options. This one's gone. No, thank you. This would be if we didn't get so big. Let's do it with this. I think it'd be fine. There's gonna be corruption, there's gonna be some weird balance, but we need to figure out a lot of like what the viewpoint is. And I guess this is the best thing we have. Gotcha. That's a law enforcement. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine wants to set up a system of warnings leading to expulsion. Dahlia advocates for amicable agreements supported by the arbitrage office. Capressa wants to keep exile as punishment. What type of law enforcement do you prefer? F exile. Fuck exile. What type of law enforcement do you prefer? I like how they're like, just forget all the old rules. I have a trouble feeling towards punishment as a method of enforcing the law. It keeps law and order through fear, but we can't expect everyone to behave. Isn't there a way to make punishment constructive? Constructive? Like how? Send bad witches to detention to do some magical studies? Not that, but hey, that might be an idea. What about community service? Elaborate. Instead of expelling members or God forbid sending them to exile, we could set up a new system of assigning hours of community service depending on the severity of the infraction. Trending other witches' gardens and harvesting magic for the coven, helping the explorers, whatever is needed really. We could pull that off, yeah. I don't know if it'll look childish or weaken the eyes of some witches, but it'll definitely benefit the community in the long run, definitely. Alright, what type of law enforcement do you prefer? Dahlia's idea about believing in amicable solutions may seem naive. What is there to police really if we already have the arbitrator's office? It's ideal and quite beautiful to trust in our sister's ability to coexist, but the arbitrator's office only really covers a magical pact. Shouldn't we have a way to mediate more mundane conflicts within this covenant? The arbitrator's office won't interfere in issues like who has rights over a newly discovered domain or who should be responsible for a common project gone wrong. What do we do in those cases? I guess that Dahlia would leave that in the hands of a referendum. We could do the same but with a proper organism. The minister suggested that Lee deals with unresolvable conflicts on a case-by-case basis. This is getting closer and closer to mortal society. But sure, that was supposed to work for a millennia on Earth. Oh, I feel called out. Anyway, what type of law enforcement do you prefer? Dozens of solutions of letting wishes accumulate strikes, and in the event that they fail to behave, expelling them from the coven seems quite humane. It's not a bad idea. It doesn't rob anyone of their freedom, and the ultimate punishment is like ultimate freedom, actually. If you don't fit in here, just find a coven to match your philosophy or stay independent. On the other hand, it's exploitable. Witches will be able to cross the line several times without any consequences before they gather too many strikes. And then they'll be trapped into behaving ideally or losing membership. In any case, it's not like they can just go and kill another witch. The magical pact stands above our warning system. The warnings allow for mischief, but I guess it's tolerable. Not all witches are going to be ill-willed. What type of law enforcement do you prefer? Let's go with community service. Understood. Next, forbidden arts. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine and Compresso want to continue banning whatever they deem dangerous. Dahlia wants to give free access to any kind of magic, but to enforce education so we all know what we're dealing with. How do you want to go about dealing with forbidden arts? So far, the policy banning dangerous arts has kept them safe. I know it's quite hypocritical on my part to even consider banning since I summoned Behemoth myself, but it's precisely because I've experienced it that I'm aware of the implications of turning to forbidden magic. It's not so much a matter of the danger of these arts, but of them falling into the wrong hands. Powerful, dangerous arts could be a great asset for the Coven, but opening the doors to use them may lead to some catastrophic consequences. I don't have a strong opinions on this point. Your call. How do you want to go about dealing with forbidden arts? It's a waste that our Coven can't benefit from some of the most powerful arts, even if they're dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't grant access instantly, but we could open them up gradually and we educate our members on the implications and responsibilities of each spell. It's a bit risky, but it'll make us way stronger in the long run. Maybe. I'm not well versed on this topic, so I'll trust your judgment. How do you want to go about dealing with that? There's just a middle ground between banning and free access. Some summonings or spells can save lives. They could even protect us from major evils. There's much to achieve with the careful application of some of the forbidden arts, so what about extending permits? Make it so a witch can apply to have access to certain spells or rituals, and if the Coven deems the applicant's purpose and aptitude appropriate, allow them to make use of them. That is an interesting compromise. You know more about forbidden arts than I do, so I'll go with whatever you think is better. I think this is better because, I mean, sure, free educate. Actually, because like we have to deem it, but that's also restricting knowledge. You know what? We'll go with this one instead. Because sure, having permits and deeming people capable of having the ability to use the certain magic is good, but that can also be balanced out in creating like a class system as it is. So I'll just do free access to education, and then we can see how that goes. Now onto mortal affairs. There are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine says we should guide them, take care of them. Dahlia proposes cutting all ties. She believes that we shouldn't abuse our privilege over them and just let them be. Capressa wants to continue exploiting them for our benefit. What's your stance on mortal affairs? So far, the Coven has been exploiting mortals under Idana's command. Maybe it's time we repay the service mortal societies have been inadequately offering us. That's a good angle, although taking care of them entails many responsibilities as well as needing time and resources. We'll be giving up some of our Coven's momentum to charity. Not that that's necessarily bad, but it's something to bear in mind if we choose this option. I see. What's your stance on mortal affairs? To be honest, I don't care much about mortals or Earth or whatever other societies in this universe. Well, that would affect Spider-Girl and like her lover on the mortal plane. And if you think about it, I believe most people would prefer to not have witches meddling with their lives. Yeah, maybe not. On the other hand, we would forfeit many valuable resources. Mortals have been a great source of magic power and inspiration for our coven. However, cutting ties will also cut all the shady practices and wrongdoing some witches have been pushing on mortals. To some extent, it'll let us focus on our own affairs instead of dealing with petty disputes over humans. What do you think? I mean, it's not like we were putting them through a grinder and exploiting canned people, but they aren't aware of this exploitation to begin with. Some of them are even happier thanks to spells our coven has cast on the communities. It's the most powerful position, to be honest. Ideals are beautiful, but truth be told, our coven benefits a great deal from our current relationship with mortals. To keep exploiting them is objectively good for the coven, but morally dubious for many witches. It could be a tough sell among some voters. I can work with either option depending on what you want to bet on. So what's your stance on mortal affairs? What else can we do about our relationship with mortals? I don't know. If you want to propose an alternative for our program, it should be something drastically different. Just some iteration on our rivals' ideals would feel uninspired or derivative. What about this? We revealed the existence of witches to mortals. Well, coming out strong. What's your angle? Whatever decision we make regarding mortals will be morally gray, since they don't know about us. What I propose here is a simple concept, truth. It'll definitely stir some chaos at the beginning, but in the end, wouldn't it be better if we develop a working relationship and make them aware of our capabilities? Let them ask directly for what they need. That is beautiful, but didn't you pay attention in school? Humanity has a troubling relationship with witches. They burned us for sport. They burned poor innocent women. What can they really do about the real deal? It's like revealing the existence of lions to a rabbit. They can hide or reject us, but in no way will they be able to hurt us. You underestimate mortals' drive to destroy things, but sure, that could make our program look strong. We could spin a good angle from it. Prepare to be attacked in any debates, though. What's your stance on mortal affairs? Ooh. I don't want that. There's already people who are in love with some mortals. That is good. This one is... this is one troubling one for pottering. You know what? Let's be drastic. Under that, let's talk about witch duties. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine advocates for freedom and trust, for believing that every witch will always have the coven's best interest in mind. Dahlia wants to institute some sort of magical tax that every witch shares some of their magic output for common projects. Capressa wants to keep Idana's quarterly controls. What are we going to do about witch duties? Ponder freedom and trust? Coven's been pretty burdened for centuries now with Idana's abusive control. I don't know if complete freedom is a wise option, but it is an option that our sisters will welcome with open arms. Should it fail to work for whatever reason, we could always review it in the future. Unless we discover our community is extremely proactive and they pitch in voluntarily, it's certain we'll fall behind other covens in just a few decades. But maybe it's not all about power and competition, and we could turn this into a more independent, laid-back association. In any case, my analysis is that this will weaken us in the long run, so what are you going to do about the witch duties? It doesn't require any specific actions to serve the coven, and it's pretty fair since we'll be asking for a percentage of every witch's magical output, whatever form that takes. No one should be worried about failing controls. You can go about your existence however you want, provided you contribute to the coven's magical reserve. It'll also open the door for us to attempt some ambitious projects, since that much energy from so many witches will have it be a tremendous asset to work with. It'll drag down personal development though. Our sisters are used to having their full magical reserves to invest in their personal enterprises, so in the end, it's a matter of putting collectivism over individualism. Having said that, what are we gonna do? I know it would be controversial to keep Idana's quarterly controls, but from what I've heard, it puts our coven well ahead of our friends and foes, right? Yes, that is true. Like right now, it's the strongest option to keep our coven at the top of its game. It comes at the cost of sacrificing personal happiness, but if you want to lead a personal coven, this is your best bet. Being the best may be overrated though, if the price is our members' well-being. And all depends on what your objectives are. We can make either point work in our favor, whatever you prefer. There must be another way to make our coven stronger without abusing our members and without degrading the spirit of being a community. In all these years you spent in this coven, what would you say has helped bring your A game the most? Demand, inspiration, sharing resources? Oh, I know. Mentorship. My mentor Yuenya has been a cornerstone of my development as a witch. What do you say we institute a mentorship program? That's a great idea. Like right now, one of the most pressing issues within our coven is the power gap between novices and elders. It'll help to tighten the relationship between different generations of witches too. I like it, but this idea will be way better received among novices than elders. Old witches won't be really getting anything out of this deal, so it'll be a tough sell for the less charitable conservatives. A mentorship is something that requires a lot of time and work, so it'll get in the way of many of the elders' plans. You yourself will be forced to take on some apprentices. Think about what that'll mean for your lifestyle. I see. Let's do mentorship. You never know. And finally, we have the issue of what to do with Idana's corpse. These are the stances of competitors. Dazzle wants the coven to devour her corpse. That way, we'll be able to absorb her magic and become considerably more powerful. Dahlia wants to scatter her remains, give them back to the cosmos. That way, more witches will be able to ascend, and we will, become more numerous and diverse. Capressa wants to conserve Idana's corpse to consult with her and keep her using her as a channel to talk with the gods. What do you want to do with Idana's corpse? That's too much. Spit out. We're brainstorming here. A wild idea could lead to something interesting. What if only the leader gets to eat Idana all by herself? What if you hoard Idana's power all to yourself? You're saying? Yes, become some sort of super leader. If it becomes a tradition, whoever is in charge will become more and more powerful with each generation, inheriting all the power of their predecessors, working towards a godlike figure who could safeguard the coven from any evil. That is dangerous. Not a lot of people will agree with this plan, but if you manage to pull it off, you'll become extremely fucking powerful. I don't want to imagine what that would imply for your powers. You'll be able to rewrite reality itself if needed. I'll support you if that's what you want. What do you want to do with Idana's? Oof. Oh gosh, I don't want to become super big. I mean, power for the sake of power is a bit pointless, and allowing more women to ascend witches seems the most humane thing to do. You're probably right. Opening the gates to potentially double our size will definitely stir some chaos in these times of change, but who cares? There's also power in numbers. Just bear in mind that advocating for scattering Idana's remains will earn us the sympathies of the novices and discomfort from the elders and vice versa. What do you want to do with Idana's corpse? Devouring Idana's corpse is tempting. We will all instantly become more powerful and prepared to confront these times of change. Yes. Yes, nobody remarks. Not that I mind welcoming more sisters, witches, but becoming more powerful will sure come in handy for my job. And that's the debate. I will support you no matter what you choose. Just bear in mind that advocating for devouring her will earn us the sympathies of the conservatives and discomfort from the novices and vice versa. What do you want to do with Idana's corpse? Oh, man, this is the hardest one. Let's just go with this one. Alright, that's a wrap then. Let's review the program as a whole now. This program is unique enough. I believe we're offering quite an interesting option over the plans of our rivals. Are you happy with it? Would you like to change anything? Yep. Great, wonderful, fantastic. Now, take a minute to look at our program. Internalize it, believe it, make it yours. You're going to have to defend all these decisions in front of your rivals and the whole coven. But most importantly, I'm going to need you to sell the concept of it. And for that, we're going to need a slogan. I'd rather use without slogans. A slogan, something fun. Woo! It's been fun all the way for me so far. You're really enjoying yourself behind that haughty pose, huh? You bet, girl. What would you like to use as a slogan? No. No. Denied. Take fate into thy hands. Stronger together. A real sisterhood. A very happy coven. I'm gonna take this one because of the whole faith thing. Oh, I like this one. Very on point given the kind of candidate you are. You think it doesn't say much about our program, but it doesn't matter. This is all about marketing. And who doesn't like the idea of controlling their own fate? The slogan puts the focus on your defining characteristic. No other candidate can aspire to own this slogan. Great job. Thanks. We're almost done. What else? We just need to start campaigning, right? Yes, and for that, we need the ultimate, most classical form of propaganda. A poster. What for? It's not like there are any streets in space to splash with my face. We'll send posters to everyone we know from inside and outside the coven. Try to have them set up in common places like temples or cosmic markets. But that's not my style at all. That's why I'm here, to do all the nasty marketing you're too self-conscious to. I just want all this to be over. A few weeks, a couple of months at max, and this will be but a memory. You've done 200 years of exile. I'm sure you can endure this. Okay, I give up. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I was thinking that, like, your new cards have a lot of style. What do you say? Want to compose the poster yourself? Do you have a choice? Not really. You're really talented. Let's just squeeze your artist juices. Oh! Nice! I can have my own... Oh, I have my own cards. I can actually have my own, like, light. Nice. Okay. Oh, nice. I can choose like something like this. I'll go with this. Let's do this. I think that's better. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm throwing that ray. I think it's simple enough. Actually, wait. You gotta throw in lightning too. Why not? Oh, yeah, we got the star. Cool. Boop. What do you think? Very neutral. Oh, you don't like it? No, no. It's like it's pretty cool. I like it. Why is your figure? Why is your figure so tiny though? You gotta be more confident. Should I give it another try? No, no. It's good, I like it, it's powerful in a very unique way. If anything, it does a great job of capturing your essence. We should send this to a museum once the race is over. Shut up. Great. We are ready to win this race. Finally, honestly, I'm really not cut out for this. Yes, you are. Fate provided you with the means, sister, to make sure of it. Just my luck. Now to the unavoidable question. Why don't you draw a card and make sure we win this thing? What? That would be cheating. Why did we put in this much work then? Yeah, it's been on my mind this whole time. I believe you should do it. I'm sure the others will be using their own arts to get ahead of the race. It doesn't come without risk though. There's always a chance I drew a card that doesn't offer any favorable results to us. And once drawn, there's no going back. We could assure victory, but we could also doom us and make all of our efforts futile. Right. Well, you know your deck better than anyone. Our chances of winning through sheer effort are pretty decent, I'd say. Do you want to remove the anxiety from the competition by determining the outcome? I'm in. Let's do it. Gabble. Alright, let's draw a card. Yes. I can't get enough of your divination. It's always so thrilling. Let's hope this thrill pays off. This reading is going to be nerve-wracking. Can I get the cosmic wheel so I can just see how the fate is? More than reading into your sister's death? Yes. Ouch. Reading into your end was more like morbid curiosity, whereas this card is about to seal the outcome of many weeks of effort. You're right, I'm nervous too. Hit it. Oh. Okay. The White Sands curses card, unwavering faith, relentless rectitude. The Golden Shovel is a mold of determination. Oh. We will win. Our coven will stop being the most powerful, but its members will be extraordinarily happy. We will win. Our coven will become so successful that our program will be copied throughout many magical communities. Jasmine will win. She will get drunk on power and will start conquering other covens. Oh my god. No, we're not giving it to Jasmine. I'm sorry. We're choosing to win. But I'd rather not must become too weak. And that's just no. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I don't believe in your views enough to be happy with that. Jackpot. Feels so weird to write my absolute victory. Just enjoy it, damn it. What now? We just wait, arms crossed, to have the leadership of the coven handed to us? Now you have fun. You're gonna enjoy the campaign knowing that no matter what you say or do, you will get to win. Fun, huh? I'll try. Since we know the outcome already, now it's all about the theatrics. I guess so. The feeling is similar to when I got to know my own end. It removes a lot of pressure from the very act of existing. We just play our part and wait to see the fireworks. Don't you like the feeling? I feel like that one person though on Jasmine's side who can dispel my cards though is the one who is unaffected by fate. Would be the problem though. I'd rather have the uncertainty. Uncertainty just gives room for the illusion of control. We're at the mercy of chaos, really written or not. Well, but since reality is an illusion, I'd rather have that feeling of control over any certainty. Quite a cumbersome philosophy for being a fortune teller. I'm like the doctor who smokes, I guess. Maybe. I think I need to rest for a bit now. I'm gonna go home, take a bath, get my thoughts in order. When I come back, our next mission will be to form a team and start actually doing things. Okay, I'll be there. Alright, chapter 6. And that's where we shall end it for the night. Because we got through chapter 4 and I wanted to finish one more chapter, or at least see how far I could get before the night would end for me. Thanks, Nampy. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. And thank you for anybody of those who came, decided to pop by and check it out. If you would like, please feel free to follow if you haven't followed already. And if you see this on YouTube, thanks for watching. And yeah, and if you see this on YouTube and you want to see us live, come and see us live. You know, we're always accepting people to come and adventure through whatever video game happens and to have fun. Without further ado, it's me, DjDoubleT, going out and about, and deuces. Have a good time zone.